Well, a very good evening to you, and thank you for choosing EBN TV. Welcome to the broadcast tonight with me, Sammy Adika. Today we've seen Interior CS Kithure Kindiki vowing to streamline Nyayo House and ensure that the passport crisis, which has been the case before, will no longer be reported. Well, let's now take a look on matters making headlines. Tonight, President William Ruto has issued a stern warning to government officials involving themselves in selling subsidized fertilizers, noting that the program should not be interfered with by brokers, as it is the only way of reducing the high cost of living. Ruto has also insisted that he will not engage in any power-sharing government with the opposition.
Na tulikubaliana lazima tupunguze gharama ya maisha. Na vile ya kupunguza gharama ya maisha ni kupunguza gharama ya chakula. Na kusaidia kupunguza gharama ya chakula ni kusaidia mkulima azalishe chakula zaidi. Neguo, iko njia nyingine ya kupunguza gharama ya maisha? Si ni mkulima tumsaidie? Ile mbolea niliwaahidi ya kwamba mbolea ile mlikuwa mmenunua 6,000 7,000. Mwaka huu mnajua tumeteremsha bei yake mpaka shilingi 3,500 ile mlinunua naye juzi. Na sasa hivi wiki iliyopita tumeipunguza tena ikuje 2,500 hapa nyumbani. Na mimi nataka niwashukuru wakulima wetu, kwa sababu wakulima wa Kenya wamefanya bidii na wameongeza hata ile mahali wanatumia kuzalisha chakula ekari 1,200 mpya. Na saa hizi tukiwa hapa tunatarajia chakula ya ajabu kutoka mashambani kwetu. Mimi nawaambia wakulima asante sana kwa kurudi shambani, na wajue ya kwamba serikali ya Kenya itasimama kidete pamoja na wao. Tumekubaliana pia na governors wetu ya kwamba hiyo mbolea ambayo tumepunguza gharama yake tunataka ifike kwa wakulima. Hatutaki wakulima waendee hiyo mbolea mbali, tunataka iletwe karibu na wakulima wetu. Ile ya Shamata ikuje mpaka hapa Shamata. Tunaelewana? Kazi yangu ni kuleta hiyo mbolea kutoka mahali inatoka kule Europe na mahali ingine, nilete mpaka hapa Nyandarua. Kazi ya kusukuma kutoka Nyandarua mpaka Shamata ni kazi ya gavana, na tumekubaliana. Si tunagawana kazi ama namna gani? So tumekubaliana hiyo mbolea ifike hapa, na tumekubaliana pia hatutaki brokers na hatutaki watu wa katikati. Tunataka mkulima apate mbolea bila ya kusumbuliwa. Viti ya viongozi ilimalizika tarehe 9 mwezi wa 8. Wale wakupata MCA walipata, wale wakupata bunge, wale wakupata sijui governor, wale wakupata rais imeisha. Ama kuna kiti mulibakisha? Si viti mulimaliza, muligawa ikaisha. Sasa ile kazi imebakia ni kazi ya hawa wananchi. Tujenge barabara, tujenge soko, tupange mambo ya matibabu, tupange mambo ya biashara, tupange mambo ya kilimo, tuondoe njaa. Hiyo ndio kazi imebaki.
And Humphrey Mulongo has been sworn into office as the new Commissioner General of the Kenya Revenue Authority, KRA, after his appointment by Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndung'u in a Gazette notice issued Tuesday evening. Mulongo, who has taken office after James Mburu, who was forced out at the end of the regime of former President Uhuru Kenyatta, has vowed to streamline KRA and ensure that KRA officials are effective in service delivery.
I, Humphrey Mulongo Ochanga, having been appointed as the Commissioner General of the Kenya Revenue Authority, do swear that I will be true and faithful to the best of my ability and power in the execution of the trust committed to my charge and inspection in the service of the Kenya Revenue Authority, and that I shall not acquire, take or receive any fee, gratuity or reward, whether pecuniary or in any sort of description whatsoever, either directly or indirectly, for any service, act, duty, matter, or thing done or performed, or to be done or performed in the execution or discharge of any of the duties of my office or employment on any account whatsoever, other than my salary and my allowances, or as may be allowed by law in writing. And I shall not divulge or give out any document or information to any person, nor permit access by unauthorized persons, save as permitted by law.
And still on Kithure Kindiki, Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki has vowed to clean up Nyayo House, stating that it will be sealed off and marked as a scene of crime. Kindiki has confirmed that the passport issuance and printing has been marred by corruption. While appearing before the National Assembly Regional Integration Committee, Kindiki has confirmed that there are officers taking bribes instead of serving Kenyans for free.
Don't have appropriations in aid. It was generating a lot of income, but it goes to treasury, and they are left there. They can't buy even a printer worth 100 million, yet they are producing nearly 20 billion a year. So we have got some appropriations in aid now. We are increasing the capacity, and I believe by the when I give my next public accountability statement in a month's time, I will have reports on where we are. We will clear that backlog, and we will turn, while the ID might take up to 21 days because of maybe special security procedures, the passport must take 7 days.
And Interior Cabinet Secretary Kithure Kindiki now says that by November 1st this year, roadblocks will be phased out and replaced with patrol officers. Kindiki noted that roadblocks have been serving security purposes and should be erected based on security needs. Kindiki emphasized the use of technology for road safety surveillance, reducing the need for physical checks. According to the Interior CS, these measures aim to enhance operational efficiency and overall safety.
We are going to open up 6 security roads in Lamu immediately. Number 2, we are going to draw a cut line, because some of the problems are being caused by people who have encroached into the body forest. We say whoever is inside certain coordinates must leave. We've been able to recover in excess of 200 firearms voluntarily surrendered. We have deliberately delayed a forceful disarmament for strategic reasons, but we will get there because we believe there are many more illegal arms in the hands of unauthorized people in that area. Places that we gazetted as disturbed and dangerous are remote, isolated, difficult terrain, inaccessible spaces. We did not gazette ordinary and habitual places of residence. I have instructed the Regional Commissioner of Rift Valley and the Regional Commissioner of Nyanza and their teams. The 6 outstanding heads of cattle must be recovered. If they are not recovered, then someone must take responsibility for it. We are eventually going to get rid of all roadblocks of whatever nature by 1st of November.
And now on matters education, university heads have been directed to admit new students expected to report from next week without any requirements until the government fully completes the new funding model infrastructure. Speaking before the Parliament Education Committee, Education CS Ezekiel Machogu has defended the funding model, noting that it is meant to ensure equality in distributing funds to tertiary institution students.
What I want from you, CS, is to confirm 2 things. And the first option is the best as the people's representative. That on Monday, when those children go to the institutions, they will be allowed in so long as they have the letters pending the processing from Mr. Ringera and his team in terms of the funding. The other option will be to postpone the opening day, but as a people's representative, I think that is a no-go zone.
If that is not going to happen, why the rush? They will be there for 4 years anyway. They can wait for another 1 month or even 2 and report in October, when things shall have been put in a better perspective. Will they report without minds?
We have made it clear to our public universities, and they will be admitted while we are processing disbursement of funds to all our public universities.
These ones without an ID. Honorable Chair, is there a way the Cabinet Secretary can also assure us that because majority of them have already made an application, that they can also go to school and then the matter can be handled from there?
What do we tell students who applied for a public university and were admitted in private universities in the courses that they did not choose?
Just want to be allowed to be in school as the government prepare, because that's the only assurance.
We undertake to provide the circular anytime before the end of the week, because it is of necessity that all our university know this, as we provide the way forward so that our students can be admitted without any such indictment.
Well, quite pertinent issues raised by the Parliamentary Committee on Education right there. We do hope that the new university funding model will be effective and efficient to each and every student joining tertiary institutions across the country. And Office of the Prime Cabinet Secretary has launched county committees that will be used to implement national government projects in the counties. Speaking in Migori County, Adika Unguso has said that they have started finishing stalled government projects in the county. Migori County Commissioner David Gitonga has also stated that he will closely monitor the projects to ensure they are fully completed within the required time frame.
Today, the Migori edition was officially inaugurated, and we've been able to meet with all ends of department and sagas represented in the county. Going forward, we'll start working on issues of government development programs and projects to ensure that services are delivered to the people. Projects are completed on time.
We met all heads of departments through the convention of the chairman, who is the county commissioner, and we discussed several projects, including Migori airstrip, which the runway is complete, and the national government discussing as to whether we are going to launch the terminal launch or passenger launch so that we can have scheduled flights to Migori. We also discussed several projects, including Masara Sori Road, and the president has already promised when he was in Kisii that all the roads which are stalled are going to be given funds to ensure that we complete all ongoing projects. And that directive does not only apply to Kisii, but it applies across the country. And all services which ought to be given to Mwananchi are going to be coordinated from this committee.
Well, now moving forth, the government has launched slum upgrade plan that seeks to reduce slum sprouting in the country. The plan also seeks to address water shortage, hygiene and affordable housing. The plan will also address, or rather will be implemented by the government in collaboration with non-governmental organizations. 33 counties are set to benefit from the second phase of upgrading slums in the country.
We increase the housing stock in the country at affordable rate, then it means that informal settlements and the conditions they are in will change. That landscape will change. So according to the government plan, which is now being executed by the State Department for Housing and Urban Development, our plan really focuses on informal settlement in terms of social housing. We are providing people who are living in informal settlements with decent housing that is subsidized by government. It's already happening in some urban centers in Nairobi.
One of the strategies is to develop documents like this, the strategy, in order to assist counties and other urban areas to upgrade informal settlements. So that is how KISIP is coming in. It is funding the preparation of this strategy as one of its mandates.
Now on matters security, pastoralists and leaders from Baringo County, Elgeyo Marakwet, West Pokot and Turkana counties have earlier on Thursday met to discuss causes of insecurity and raids that have been on the rise in the counties. The differences have been reported to be caused by a fight for feeding grounds for their livestock and theft.
Maana hapa tukutane hapa ili wale wafugaji waweze kupata nafasi ya moja kwa moja wenyewe wazungumze na waweze kupatana. Wanasema kwamba wazungumzao ndio wapatanao. Kwa hivyo ni kama hatujawapatia muda kwa muda mwingi. Wale tumekuwa tukiwaita katika mikutano kama hizi ni watu ambazo pengine hawahusiki moja kwa moja.
Ukweli kwa hizi communities, ukisikia community ya Waturkana, Pokot na hata Marakwet, kwa sababu ya hiyo uhasama tumebaki nyuma sana. Hii ni community ambao wanategemea wanyama na wamekuwa wakihamahama na wanyama hawajasomesha, wengi wao hawajasomesha watoto wao.
Climate change inaendelea kuadhiri wao. Wakati population ama idadi ya watu inapoendelea kuongezeka, ile matumizi ya ardhi inaendelea kupungua. Kwa sababu hiyo ya pia ya mvua kukosekana na maneno ya climate kubadilika, kumekuwa sasa na pressure kwa zile resources kama nyasi, maji. Kwa hivyo wao wanapendekeza njia jinsi watakavyoweza kupata hizo resources kama maji, wachimbiwe maji.
Na tumeona tulete wale wanahusika, the real combatants, wale wanapikana, wale wanajuana, kusudi tuweze ku disarm them psychologically. Ili kazi yetu ni kuongelesha wao disarmed psychologically.
People are now coming together, but we have also gone several further steps of we're exhausting all methods to bring back peace between these two communities, and that's why we are bringing together here today the people from Baringo County, people from Elgeyo Marakwet County, from West Pokot and Turkana, the 4 counties.
Tulijaribu Baringo, Tiaty West na Marakwet East and West, na tuliweza kupata matunda.
Now moving to Kirinyaga County. Kirinyaga leaders have condemned the destruction of government projects and called on the police to swing to action and hold those culpable to account. This comes after leaders led by Kirinyaga Women Representative Jen Maina and Baragwi Member of County Assembly David Madenge are said to have led guns to destroy Mkaindini water project in Kanyakaini ward in Kerugoya Central. Led by Kamwiga Women Group Chairperson Lea Nyaguthia, the women have expressed their dissatisfaction of the fracas witnessed in the county early on Tuesday, yet the project is meant to benefit the county residents.
Afanye kazi yao, kama ni senator afanye kazi ya senator, women afanye kazi yake, MCA wafanye kazi yake, na mtu avae kiatu yake.
Waiguru has done a lot of things to us. Kazi yake tunaiona. Sisi hatutaki mambo mengine. Farakano hatutaki. Fitina hatutaki. Fights we don't want. We don't want. Why? Because we went in the morning, we selected her because we had already seen her work. Sasa hatujui wale wanaenda kufanya fitina ni nini wametuletea. Barabara iko sawa, hospitali ziko sawa. Ukiangalia hapo panaitwa Riagithega alienda akatuletea ile inaitwa laboratory.
Kama umechaguliwa kama ngavana ufanye kazi ya ngavana, ukiwa ni senator ufanye kazi ya senator, ukiwa MP ufanye kazi ya MP, ukiwa women rep ufanye kazi ya women rep, ukiwa MCA ufanye kazi ya MCA.
And women have been urged to come out in large numbers and vie for political seats in a bid to ensure the 2/3 gender rule is fully implemented. This was said by Gender CS Aisha Jumwa during a forum that brought together women from different parts of the country to address equality, rights and unity among women. The forum was graced by different leaders in the country.
Looking at the prevailing gaps in gender equality and inclusivity, our collective journey is illuminated by the theme of this year's annual Women Rights Convention, which is inclusive governance, sote pamoja. Yani, all hands on deck. We can only do this together.
In 2010, we ushered a new constitution, bringing much excitement, hope, and promise for Kenyan women that finally we are on the right track towards the realization of a more gender equal society. Almost 13 years down the line, we have realized gains that must be protected and advanced for prosperity.
Now on matters health, children below the age of 5 in Garissa have received polio vaccine earlier in the day. Garissa County is among the 4 counties said to be highly susceptible to the spread of polio. While launching the vaccine drive, Garissa Governor Nadif Jama has called on parents to cooperate with the healthcare workers tasked to issue the vaccine in a bid to reduce cases of polio that have been on the rise.
Team, you really need to dedicate serious health workers to propagate, to ensure that this campaign is taken very well to the villages so that our people can be well informed about it. If you need support with that, let us know, but make sure that there is enough information, there is enough propagation of this very, very important.
Let us make effort to vaccinate children in hard to reach and security compromised areas with these vaccines. To our communities, I would like to assure you that the polio vaccine and indeed other vaccines are safe and they will protect the children from paralysis and health. Vaccines save life. Please present your children below the age of 5 for vaccination.
And in Migori County, police in Suna East, Migori County, have confiscated 7 sacks of marijuana valued at 1 million Kenya shillings along the Migori-Uriri highway. The aforementioned cannabis, which was packed in sacks, was seized on Tuesday night by the police who were acting on a tip-off. Suna East Sub-County Police Commander Ruben Kembo stated that the marijuana was being transported in a private vehicle to an unknown location. Let's take a look.
Kama ndio nashika hizi
The officers advanced and inspected the cargo. They were able to find a total of 8 bags, whereby on further inspection they were able to identify the cargo as cannabis sativa, that is bangi. They took charge and took over the items, the total of 8 bags, which thereafter they were able to bring them to this headquarters for further investigations and safe custody. I want to warn those who are doing this activity of trafficking, especially illicit brews and cargo across the border. We are on their toes and we shall not rest until we ensure that all this is put to a stop.
Well, many thanks for following through. That marks the end of EBN Prime Edition tonight. Until next time, do have a lovely night.